Hello, welcome back. I did say I'll probably do this offline, but I decided my Shiver adventure will um be on map. I'm trying to read a map and walk in the end. It is not great, but I suppose I don't need to watch Top Gear anymore then. I'm gonna have to grab more blocks. Oh, he's got a better pickaxe, because of course he does. Ugh. The stress of this. Hate everything. Why did I decide to get an elytra? Don't need an elytra. Life is great without one. I'm not going to use the elytra after this. It's just going to be, I must protect this thing with all my heart. Though I could do some more exploration, especially since I know how to do the fire rocket trick now. Because I'm in practicing. Where is Shiver? He's over there. Okay. At least I've only got 16 levels. My finger literally slammed on shift. As I said that, it just twinged. Oh. And that thing, my finger locked up and I didn't know if I could pick up the S one without... Oh, good thing he knew to cross over. I completely ran out. I'm actually gonna have a heart attack doing this. Whew, okay, where are we? I have that much. Welcome back to the end stone gathering portion of this trip. Trust my throwing arm that much. It's like mining without the joys of finding the diamonds or emeralds or anything. Even redstone. It's not too far now. It's effectively that's new land, so... It might be closer to go around this point. I think Shiver... yeah, it's roughly connected. Still following, dude? Probably easy if we went to a voice chat. Jeez Louise. I am feeling the tease. Okay, this is apparently all unexplored, according to the map. Also seems like there is no end city here. Wait, what? I didn't know that. Might look at that in a minute. I'm not particularly interested at the moment. It's annoying, I'm used to finding end cities like all the time. But to be fair, I'm usually flying or finding end cities. Let's find a new crossover point. God, this is thrilling. What if he's got some spare rockets? I could give him 7 diamonds. See nothing in the void. I was hoping for another good crossing point. I can't see any. You can do recon. I'm gonna gather some. Oh, he's doing some recon. I'll gather more end stone. I just want a city with some wings, and then I can go home and cry. I was gonna say there isn't. Well, I suppose if nothing happens, I'll either bin this episode. I might put it up anyway. I'm gonna need the extra content for a bit. Not to alarm anyone. I'm struggling to breathe a bit. The angle, don't worry. It's the angle I'm sitting in. Don't worry. It's for those of you who know this is going to be a TMI, mainly the men folk, just close your ears a second. My wire's sticking in a weird place because my bra slipped because of the position I'm sitting in. That is why I'm struggling to breathe a bit. Also, I've been suffering from anxiety for the last week straight because of corona. That'll be the post. It's just, it has been. So I'm not an anxious person. Don't get particularly stressed over stuff. But because of all the scaremongering and all that recently, with all the toilet paper fiascos and yeah, and oh my god, we're all gonna get it, which we probably all are, to be fair. But it's just all the people who are going out the way to make life a bit stressy right now. My chest feels like an elephant sitting on it because of that. I didn't really realise it was like that until I was walking into kickboxing on Monday. I was just, I feel my chest so heavy. I don't know why, and I realise it's because I'm going outside, and literally with all the scaremongering, my body's literally now associated the outside with being a bad place. So just the thought of having to go outside leaves me stressed. It's great. It's like people are saying, the way people act, you'd think, and the things that have been said, you'd think that just going outside is an instant risk to getting corona. Like, just going outside to breathe the air. It's not. It is really nothing like that. You can go outside and breathe all the air you want. Just make sure you're not breathing someone's sneeze or something. Oh, hey, Midsec. Welcome back is the one we'll do. But yeah, so it's just, there's a lot of misinformation going about. So guys, when you're reading stuff online, unless the source is coming from the World Health Organization or a trusted news outlet. Now, my trusted news outlet for anything but politics is the BBC, because they tend to not publish stuff until there's some hard evidence. I wouldn't rely on things like newspaper companies or the Daily Mail or stuff like that, because okay. Yeah, I don't trust the companies like that because they will jump on the conspiracy train quite quickly. Like, was it? I read it was a passing thing, it was kind of interesting, just basically saying that ibuprofen, which I can't pronounce properly, may increase the chances of death in coronavirus. Which is interesting. I thought, okay, fair enough. It's just a French study. They've not really looked into it properly. It's just there seems to be a bit of a correlation. Further, the next day on Facebook, which automatically means that the study itself is a load of bull. The Sun had I think it was the Sun. It was one in red. Posted a thing saying ibuprofen will eat. I'm going, no, that's not what they said yesterday. They said may, as in they're looking into it. They can't prove it. But that's just how quickly it gets spread around and misinformation. And if you look on then if you look onto other stuff and oh, I'm gonna so die. And if you look at other stuff and it just gets more and more ridiculous. So it's important. Check out what the World Health Organization is saying. They have a good website. Trying to find a good explored area. But yeah, check out what WHO says. Keep up with your whichever is your main source of information in your country, blah blah blah. That's reliable, which is very rarely news outlets, but then we may have the one like we have the BBC. It's unless it's politics, it's pretty reliable. I think I'm zoomed out at the maximum. Oh, where did he go? I looked away. Shiver. Oh, there he is. But yeah, there's lots of misinformation. Just be careful. I know in the UK we've just basically closed schools as of last night. Last night they announced it. This may go up once the virus is over, but it's good practice. Just be careful. What's tempting Shiver? Just to launch? Don't. Yeah, it happens every time there's a major. 51 fish. Yeah, whenever there's a major outbreak, major anything to be fair, you get the truth, you get the possibilities, and then you get the absolutely mad people who are coming up with theories and conspiracies that aren't anything, they aren't correct. they are based on truth, or they may be based on a truth, one of these possibilities, and then just blown so far out of proportion that not even the person who came up with the possibility recognises it anymore. It's stupid. It is just stupid. And so I tend to, if I find something interesting like that, I tend to tell like my mum or whatever, oh, I saw this. They haven't it yet, but it's interesting to know. Oh, God, time for an itch. Shiver built himself a cave. But yeah, so it just gets really ridiculous really quickly. Like this morning, I read a post that basically just said it was someone saying oh, one of my members of family in the police force / army said that there's a good chance we're going to go into martial law soon in regards to UK. And then I saw another post that literally went, I don't know where this rumour about martial law's coming from, but I work in the blah blah blah, and there's no way they've contacted. There's no way that I, a lonely private, would know about it, and the person who apparently said their family's members is. It's ridiculous. The likelihood that the UK will go into martial law is because, honestly, we're Brits. Have you ever tried to get a Brit to do something they don't want to do? We're worse than children. It's ridiculous. I know you weren't expecting me to go on a tirade about this, but it's just the obvious misinformation which is being thrown around because people don't know better. They want to seem like they have something new. Honestly, right, this if you want a proof of excellent misinformation, there's that old fact that everybody knows, which is you eat 5 spiders in your sleep, in your life. It's complete and utter BS. The person who made that study, admitted that they did it just to prove how quickly misinformation can spread on the internet. Like, it takes no time for something to become viral, and then once you've got something viral, how do you get rid of it? It's a virus. Say I'm not 100% sure on everything I state. I usually can state it quite confidently, but I learnt to lie quite well. Not because I got into trouble, but I just learnt to lie well. It's a useful tool to know how to lie convincingly. It doesn't mean you have to lie convincingly. Is the void just behind me? This is taking forever. I'm on my 3rd stack. God, I need to sneeze now. But yeah, it's ridiculous. Life is great. I'm going to stop talking about it now. It's my rant for the day. Yeah, month. Well, I have just done a rant about YouTube scammers, so that's just... And I'm out. And I'm out of things to say as well. Well, I'll probably release these 2 episodes together thinking about it. See what's here. Nothing apparently. Oh god. It's kind of hoping this will take, and I thought it'd take some time, but I hope it will take a lot less. And getting back without Elytra at this point is just going to be ridiculous. Probably find an end city with an end chest in it, and just I'm living here for now. Right, you guys have listened to me rant for 20 minutes. I'm gonna let you go now. Unfortunately, you couldn't see the end of my journey. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like if you like, comment if you want to subscribe if you can. Tell me I'm awesome, tell me I'm terrible. This is Missy signing out.